G'day and welcome to Let's Travel Oz. Thanks so much for joining our very first episode. Today we'd like to take you on a van tour of our new caravan. It's a Windsor Genesis 220 MD built by Apollo. We recently picked up the caravan in Brisbane through Kratzman Caravans, and we'd like to take you in and have a look at the van. So come on in and I'll give you a tour. So as you come in the caravan, you've got the queen size bed on the left. It's got the upholstered bed head, which is really nice touch, as well as the reading lights on either side of the van. You've got plenty of storage which goes right around, so you've got two of the pull-out cupboards, which have plenty of room, as well as the hanging storage which is on either side of the caravan. So plenty of room for coat hangers. We're just in the process of moving some stuff around at the moment, hence why this one's empty. But then there's also a little storage nook above it, which is really good for hats, sunglasses and that sort of thing. Underneath you've got a large pull-out drawer, which comes out quite a way, as well as a small little storage area underneath. So this one is just on the left-hand side, so on the right-hand side that one's taken up by the hot water system. One of the features which we really wanted within the caravan was the ability to have these little nooks. So really good because you've got two 240 volt plugs when you connect it to the mains, as well as USB and 12 volt sockets. So they're on both sides of the bed. Above the bed we also got installed the Sirocco fans, so we have one each on either side of the main bed, and then there's one each for the kids' beds down on the other end, which I'll show you in a moment. So these ones are really good. They draw next to no power, and really good just for that circulation, especially when it's warm and you're off grid. You've got the hatch for some air ventilation. You've also got the lights as well. So in terms of the lights, one of the things which we really liked is the LED strip light, which goes around the van. So you've got the option to have the strip light which just goes above, and then you've also got some floor strip lighting as well, which goes around. And then there are a number of these little touch lights as well, which are really handy just for if you're wanting for just a small amount of light at any point. The actual light switches as you come in the door, so you've got the one on the top right, which controls your LED touch lights, and then you've got the floor lights, and then you've also got a light for outside the van as well there. Under the main bed, there's plenty of storage underneath. So we've got things like some books and games, shoes, snorkels, all of that which goes underneath. So plenty of storage to get stuff out of the road. On the right hand side, like I said, you've also got the hot water system. So that one's an instant hot water system which runs through gas. So no need to wait for it to heat up. It just kicks in, which is excellent. In terms of storage, we've also installed some of these 3M hooks around the place, so these are really good just for storing keys, and we've also used it for the hat there as well. You've got the windows obviously, so pretty straightforward in terms of operating these. So you've got the option to open them right up. You can close them if you want, and then to shut it's just as simple as just squeezing these two together and it's locked. TV, this one's a really nice size TV, so we have seen some others which are quite a bit smaller, but this one's really good. We're in the process of still trying to work out how to set up the Google Chrome and have it to be used offline, so you can use and stream your downloaded programs. In the meantime, we're just using a USB-C to HDMI cord to run any sort of TV shows that we're wanting to download while we are on data. In terms of the antenna, basically this one just swivels around in terms of getting the best reception, so it doesn't actually lift up, which is one less thing you have to remember when packing up. Coming into the kitchen, you've got the microwave. There's a small little storage hatch above the microwave as well, so this one's really good just for storing some paperwork and all the bits and pieces that we got with the Caravan. Plenty of storage in the kitchen, so again you've got 3 large cupboards which lift out. So we've got basically food in 3 of those, as well as 2 of the others, and then bits and pieces in terms of games and other little bits which we're storing up here. So we try to keep as much of the light stuff up high as we can. And then underneath the seats there is plenty of storage as well. So the seats actually just pull out and then they lift out underneath for more storage. So we store the heavy items, drinks, cans, that sort of thing underneath there. Coming back into the kitchen, we've got 3 large pull-out drawers. So these things are really good for like your utensils and other bits and pieces. So they are quite large and really deep, which is really helpful. Another feature which we really like as well is the ability that they've got the soft close feature for the drawers. So one less thing that the kids can slam when they're trying to shut the doors hard. There's also a small little pantry right underneath. So at the moment we've got just the reusable bags, which we put under there when we're going shopping. With the kitchen, we've also got the water filter as well. So the actual filter for this one is underneath the Caravan, so it's just at the back there. Something else we've added with the kitchen is the bin. So this one's from Bunnings, which I'll throw up a link in terms of what that one looks like. So quite easy to install. And obviously the fire blanket as well there. Caravan does come with a fire extinguisher, which is obviously just near the front entry there. In terms of the stove, so I really like that it's still got the laminate bench top across, so it just gives you plenty of extra storage for meal prepping. So that one just lifts up, and then you've got the 3 gas burners, 1 electric, and then underneath you've got the grill as well. We don't actually have the oven with this particular van. We've used the Ziggy barbecue on the slide, which I'll show you in a moment that we installed. We've also installed the knife block. So this one here just attaches straight to the wall and is really helpful just to keep the knives out of the way but also have quick access to them. We tried to obviously pack those away while we're traveling, but there was one time where we've left it up and they didn't actually move at all. We got there and yeah, they hadn't actually moved an inch, so it's really good, and yeah, they just attach straight to the wall there. Coming above the fridge, you've got your main electrical panel. So you've got your 240 safety switches, the battery charger for when you're connected to mains, fuses, and then you've got the water pump and the water level indicator. So just press it and tell you what your water levels are. Got the CD player. So CD, USB, we mainly just use Bluetooth, connect our phones up to it. There's 2 speakers on the inside, 2 on the outside, and basically, yeah, we just control in terms of whether we're wanting inside, outside, or you can have both. Fridge. So we really like the black colour fridge. That was one of the other things which when we were after the Caravan we really wanted. So yeah, very thankful that we're able to get that one. So it's 188 litres and plenty of room for storage of all your food in there. That's all that's in that one. One of the features we really like with the fridge is that it's got the ability that it automatically switches power usage. So when it's into 240, it'll automatically switch, as well as automatically switches to gas as the sort of the last resort. And then you've also got that it'll switch to the 12 volt system when your car's connected up as well. One of the stickers we've got is the decals. So these ones are through Wondermade. Really good, and it's got plenty of towns so that the guys and the kids know all the different towns where we're at the moment. We also had some additional ones made of our fur babies. So unfortunately these couldn't come on the road with us, so they're at home. But yeah, really good reminders and really good quality, and so you can take those off and they're still reusable so that you can move them around the van, but we're really happy with them. One of the other things which I think should be mandatory in all caravans, but we've got the CO monitor for carbon monoxide. So anytime that you're using gas indoors, yeah, I think it should be essential. So quick and easy, they're able to install that. We've got plenty of storage as well for the boys' books. So they've got journals which they write in each day, other little bits and pieces which they have a pocket each for that. With the couch, so yeah, U-shaped couch, so there's plenty of room for the 4 of us to be able to sit in and have dinner, have games night, all of that. We've also got the table which can swing around and it also adjusts going back and forward and sideways, so yeah, plenty of options with that as well. In terms of the aircon unit, It's a Dometic IBIS 4. Yeah, I think these are sort of the standard in the caravans industry at the moment, and we're really happy with that one. We'll connect it to the main. Also got a privacy screen. So this one either connects just through the Velcro, or you've also got the little dots as well, so that just comes up and slides up for some privacy for the boys. It's also good if you want to close and get dressed in this area as well. Just gives you a little bit more space than in the bathroom. But yeah, another hatch. And then coming into the boys' bunks area, so we've got a 2-bunk option at the moment, but it is spaced more like a 3, with the additional storage hatch down the bottom as well. So the boys have still got plenty of room up the top, so they're 6 and 8. So Zane up the top, he likes into dinosaurs, so when we went to Winton, which you'll see in the next episode, he was really excited with that. And then we've got space for Tanner as well, so they're always, yeah, really excited with those. Like I said, we also installed the Sirocco fans, so one for each of the boys. So that just gives them plenty of airflow coming through. They've also got the window hatches on both bunks as well. So underneath, like I said, you've got the storage. So the storage goes right the length of the bunk and all the way back. So there's plenty of room for the storage for all bits and pieces that I suppose a little bit larger and you want out of the road. So that's really helpful. In terms of storage, this one's going to be a mess because it's the boys, but you've got 3 different shelves as well for storage, so they go quite a way back, so there is plenty of room with that one. So we normally keep towels, linen, that sort of thing, and then you've got Zane and Tanner's clothes. You've got the 4-litre Kamek washing machine as well, so this one uses about 10 to 15 litres. We normally just throw it on the quick 14-minute cycle. But yeah, good just to keep everything fresh while you're on the road, but again, only use it when we're connected to mains power and mains water. Coming into the bathroom, so still a decent sized bathroom as well. So obviously you've got the toilet, vanity unit, and you've also got some of the smaller storage hatches underneath. So we've got the first aid kit, the snakebite one, which we take in the car with us when we're taking just it or going on hikes. And also within the lighting as well, you've got some really nice lighting in the shower, which is plenty of light at night, so nothing too bright. Obviously you've got the hatch as well, which just lifts up, and you've got the fan, the exhaust fan. There is also another touch light in there if you're wanting that also, but normally we find just the LED strip lighting is enough. We also did have, in terms of some storage, the fusion lock holders. So we've got one there, and then we've also got one for the toothbrush holder in the main area of the bathroom. We do also keep the dirty laundry basket in the shower, just to keep it out of the road while we're not using it. But otherwise, yeah, no, they've worked really well, and that's that one there. Awesome. So we'll take you outside now and give you a tour of the outside of the van and let you have a look at that. Rightio, so coming to the outside of the van, you've got the barbecue table, which is plenty of room, so it's good just to store little bits and pieces. There is also a light, if I find it, underneath, which is a little LED light which comes up, so that just gives you a little bit of night light as well if you didn't want the actual main light outside. Again, you've also got the two outdoor speakers, which are up there above, as well as the awning, which pulls out. Coming around to the front, we've got the barbecue slide. So this one, we've installed one of the King's slides and installed this one on it as well. So coming out, one of the things I did was actually install and rivet the barbecue to the actual slide. So this one, we've just used a little L-shaped bracket with, I'm pretty sure it's a 6M screw which has gone in, and that sort of just gives it plenty of room, and so you can move it to the side, and then we installed just add a little basket for the wire brush and that sort of thing, so that's really handy, keeps everything out of the road. So coming around the side of the van, you've also got the rest of the tunnel boot, so plenty of storage underneath there. We also did add in 2 batteries. So they're AGM batteries still, so they do weigh quite a lot, and you can only really use about 50% of the capacity. So somewhere down the line we would really like to upgrade to lithium, but we'll see how we go with that. There is also a little light as well in here at night, which is handy. And we've also just purchased these little storage containers from Bunnings, which are really helpful just to sort of store everything out of the way and make it to get quick access to. Hot water system. So as I said, it's an instant hot water system that comes in. So as soon as you turn the tap on, this fires up and gives you hot water in pretty much as soon as the pipe's clear, which is about sort of 5-10 seconds, depending whether you're at the sink or the shower. But again, really good, and it's helpful when you don't have to sort of remember to turn the hot water system on sort of 15 minutes before you're wanting to use it. Your water planks, so if you connect it up to the mains, or there's the plug which actually goes to 2 water tanks. Pretty sure they're 98 litre water tanks underneath, and they are both connected together, so they equalise each other when you're filling them up. The back of the fridge. So the back of the fridge is interesting because we had an issue where when you were connected to the car, we kept blowing the fuse and couldn't work out why. So anyway, I rang up Dometic and the guys were fantastic, and they actually advised me that even though there was a 20 amp fuse installed on it, it should have been a 30. Not sure where the 20 amp come from or why it was there. But these guys were amazing. We put in a 30 amp fuse and haven't had any issues since, so that's been really good. Power plug for when you're on the mains, and then you've also got the heat vent for when it's connected to gas. Windows are the boys, and the only other thing is that we've got the reversing camera, which has been really handy as well, just making sure that you know who's behind you and all of that. So to fill you in on a caravanning story, we had originally purchased a caravan which was on order. It was through a dealership just outside of Melbourne, and we purchased it back in June last year. The caravan itself we were really happy with, but the actual process of getting it built, the timelines just kept blowing out and out and out and out, and was getting to the point where we wouldn't be able to make our trip. And going by some other customers who are with them at the moment still, their timelines are really stretching out much more than what was anticipated. So we were having a look online, and we were very fortunate where this model come up for sale. It was an ex-demo. There was another couple who were looking at it. Unfortunately, their finance fell through, so we were able to pick this one up, and we jumped at the opportunity when we saw it. We're so happy with it. Everything's gone so smoothly. We couldn't have asked for anything extra. The colours and just the design and the layout and the size and everything, and especially the team at Kratzman and Jason who we were dealing with, those guys were amazing to make sure that we were in it as quickly as we could. So yeah, very happy with that. So yeah, thank you so much for joining our very first episode. Join us next week where we actually kick off our journey, where we leave Toowoomba and we head all the way through outback Queensland on our journey to the Northern Territory. Thanks so much, guys. Hope to see you next week.